Hello everyone, this is Parsa from CTCIVIL. Today I'm gonna have an interview with the section engineer, senior engineer in the construction industry, and she gonna talk about her career path and how she ended up in this situation. Yeah, let's talk together. Hi Susanna.
Hi Parsa, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Well, could you please introduce yourself to the people who watching us?
Of course, my name is Susanna Sá. I work as a section engineer in construction sites, and I'm Portuguese. I'm original from Portugal, and I live and work in UK for 5 years now.
That's interesting. Well, could you please tell us about your educational background and why you chose civil engineering? Because, generally speaking, the construction industry is not really friendly for the females.
Well, I think it's changing a little bit now.
Yeah.
Thankfully, but so I studied in Portugal, and I took a bachelor's degree in civil engineering and then a master's degree in geotechnics. And I was always very curious about construction when I was younger. As a teenager, that's when I started to feel curious about this industry. And even today, I think it's very exciting to be involved in the construction or things that you can see yourself and you can use them in a way that will improve your life.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we both work together. I learned a lot from you, and I want you to tell us about your experience and how long it takes to become a senior engineer in the construction industry.
Well, my path was a little bit different, I can say, because at the beginning I started working in Portugal as a design engineer, and then I decided to move to UK to have more experience and to be involved in bigger projects, and I had the opportunity to start working on site, and it's been very interesting. And I think a thing that in terms of the advantage, in the between both sides of the construction, is that on site, when you work on site, you are involved in all the method of construction of all activities, and so you can see by yourself and learn very quickly how you build stuff. Otherwise, when you work on design, I remember that I struggled to picture how the things were done. So it's very good to have both experience to understand how they complement each other. That's my opinion. And to become, so I'm the step below senior engineer. So it takes a while to reach that level and to feel comfortable with it, because there's so much in construction, so much variety of type of construction, so many things, that to become a senior and to have a wide experience, it's impossible to have experience on everything. So I feel that each project is like, a new thing that you're doing.
New
with.
experience.
And it's challenging and it's good. So
Yeah,
it takes a while, but it's worth it.
so for someone who wants to start his or her career path in the civil engineering, what is your best advice? Is it better to start with the design and then go through the contractor side to see how actual work's going on site, or how does it look like for you?
Well, I don't think site engineering role will suit everyone, because it's very challenging in terms of working hours, as you know. And but I think to become a good design engineer, it's very important to understand all the things
Yes.
happen on site, because people need to have both perspectives to make sure that everything works, because otherwise there will be obstacles everywhere, and the designers have to be aware of that. So I think people can choose one or another career. I think both are very interesting, but it's very important, for example, to work in a design of a project that you can visit regularly, to understand how the things are built, what's compatible or not to put in the design. So, and when you work on site, it's very important to have a close contact with the designers as well, to understand how they perform their work. So I think whatever whatever is the field that you choose, you should have contact with both anyway, to perform your tasks in the better way you can.
To see if it's really feasible to do it that way that designed for or not.
Yes.
All right. So now we're going to have like some short answer and questions, and I want to know your idea about the word that I'm telling you.
All right.
You can describe it in one word, in a sentence. It
Whatever
depends on
comes to
you.
my
Yeah,
mind.
whatever comes to your mind. So, well, let's start it. Contractor, client, and consultant.
So I think the three parties are very important for a project to be delivered, and three parties have to work together to make sure that they deliver the project or wherever they are, building to the end users in a proper way.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you won't be finished.
Yeah, that's true. Well, another one. Earthworks and roadworks. You can say it separately.
Yeah, so they are related, because
Yeah.
without earthworks you don't have roadworks, isn't it?
Yeah.
And when I think about these two disciplines, what comes to my mind is tons of materials, loads of machinery, loads of setting out as well.
Oh yeah.
Design problems as well, clashes.
Yeah.
Resolutions with together, find the proper corrective actions that need to be done to make sure that the things are feasible, and I don't know.
And structure.
Structure. So loads of rebar and concrete. The
Rebar
things that
and
you love,
concrete.
isn't it?
Yeah. It's hard to set out
Yeah,
structure.
it's hard to set out.
Yeah.
Very, very tight.
Very accurate.
It has to be very,
Yeah.
very accurate. Yeah.
And last but not least, civil engineering.
Civil engineering, it's everything we just talk about and much more. So we have the buildings as well, that of course we're not talking here because we didn't work on them together. But civil engineering for me is development of countries, of cities, of villages.
Yeah.
Upgrading of access to reach a place wherever you want to go in a quicker way, isn't it?
Yeah.
So and it exists to make people's lives easier as well.
That's true. And do you have any last words for someone who wanted to be civil engineer in future?
Well, if you want to be, if you're thinking about choosing a civil engineering role, make sure you're passionate about it.
That's true.
It's very important because it's something that you're going to do for the rest of your life, even if it is other field. So just make sure that you really like it. And a good thing about civil engineering is that you can work in different projects, and in all your career they can be all different. It's
Never be similar.
So there's loads of variety in
Yeah.
civil engineering. I think it's a good thing about what we do as well,
Yeah.
because there's loads of stuff, and it's very positive for it because you'll be involved with different stuff. So each time you
true.
go to a new project, you always feel that it's a new thing for you. You never saw that before, and that's very positive about
Yeah, you
our
won't get bored
industry.
of it.
No.
Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot, Susanna, for your time
No
and
worries.
for this
Thank
interview.
you.
Hope you see you again and having interview your manager. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
See you later.
See you
Bye.
all.
Thank you.